In this video, we're looking at the new OPPO Find X9. Good day, you beautiful people. Techtober is upon us, and so I have another new phone for you. In this video, we're looking at the new OPPO Find X9. Now, alongside this, OPPO also released the OPPO Find X9 Pro, which I'll also have a video of, so I'll link it up here and down below. But back to the X9, I'm really excited because one, it's supposed to come in a color I think I'll really like. Two, this phone has a massive battery. And three, triple 50 megapixel shooters. In this video, we're gonna be unboxing this. I'm gonna be taking our first look at this phone. We're also going to be doing a camera tour and some sample shots. Let's go. This phone is supposed to be a velvet red, but I'm seeing really nice berry pinkish hues. Do you see it? For those of you who aren't quite bold with their color choices, this also comes in a titanium gray and a space black. Obviously, love that I got this color. But aside from that, initial impressive things about this phone is one, this is powered by a MediaTek Dimensity 9500, which is a chip we're seeing in a lot of flagships this year. Two, this sleek thing reps a 7025 mAh battery. For context, when we see a phone that has like 6000 mAh battery, our brain is blown, and this has 7020. Amazing how far technology's gone. And like I mentioned earlier, this phone reps a triple 50 megapixel camera on the back. Now, what's interesting about these cameras is one, OPPO claims that all three cameras can shoot in 50 megapixel default. Like how most phone cameras work is that they have a lot of megapixels on the cameras, but they shoot in a smaller, let's say 12 megapixel photo. And that's because you use the high megapixel count on that camera to capture more details on a smaller megapixel photo. But OPPO claims that this can by default shoot those bigger 50 megapixel photos with all those details. Aside from the hardware, on the X9 series, OPPO also has their new Lumo imaging engine, which is a new computational photography system. Very simply put, they're saying that this is a new way they're processing their photos on this phone, which should make it better. Of course, we're going to be wanting to test that out, so let me know if you guys want to see me do a camera vlog test with this phone. Comment down below. Exciting things actually. So let's take a closer look at this phone. So first of all, that's a nice matte back. OPPO etched at the bottom, and then quite interestingly, we have the square camera module, some Hasselblad branding on there. That's not a bad camera hump actually. Of course, this phone is a little more compact than the Pro. It also has a flat screen, and I love that everything on this phone is the same color, like even the camera module, even the sides. So on this side, you have the volume rocker and lock button. At the bottom, you get speakers, USB-C, SIM tray, and on the other side is this new snap key, which you can actually program. Right now, one tap gives you AI mind space, so it stores that in a little area that you can go back to. This feature sort of reminds me of Nothing's Essential Space, so you get the idea. And yeah, now you see that my screenshots are right there. I'm pretty sure if I go to camera and, for example, tap the key, it saves it from your camera. You also get an AI summary, although obviously I've not set this up. Up front, you get that 32 megapixel shooter. And yeah, that's a very, oh hi Bruce. That is a very smooth phone. And I can't stop raving about this color. Right, camera tour time. So that is a wide 1x, 2x, 3x, 6x up until 120x. You're seeing the camera module right now, and then back to wide. On the sides, you get your retouch button, you get your different filters, and by the way, you get new CCD filters on here with the flash. So I'm curious about that because I did just test that out on the Vivo X300 series. And I mean, let's see what photos these are able to get. Anyway, up here, you also get, even more filters. That's cool. So up top, you get more settings. You get your flash, EV, motion photo. Yes, this phone can do motion photos. You have action mode. You have your Google Lens. And then even more settings here. So size, macro shooting, interval shooting, and then more settings. And then on the right side, you get portrait. That's my run belt. You get 1x, 2x, 3x, up until, well, 3.4x. And then you can toggle depth of field here, flash settings here, and then you get the same stuff, retouch, filters, and even more modes on your portrait. You have Hasselblad high-res photos here, wide, 1x, 3x, and that's as much as it. And then you have your flash settings. You have 4K motion photo and even more settings. Under more, you get night mode panel. You get pro video. Nice, nice. You also get slow-mo, time-lapse, exposure, dual view. I mean, we've had this in Android phones since ever. And then you get underwater sticker, text scanner, dock scanner, and of course your expand mode. That's a very big Hasselblad thing. Interesting interface too. On the other side, we get video wide, 1x, 2x, 3x, 6x, up until 18x. And you can go back to wide. Now, this is already in 4K 30 FPS, but you can also shoot in 60 or 120 FPS. Although it does say that in 120 you don't have a wide. Pretty cool because on 60 you still have a wide. Some phones don't do that. You have HDR settings up top, Dolby Vision, and you also have your steady mode. Now on the other side, you get master mode, which can do auto or pro, and then you can do wide, 1x, 2x, 3x, 6x, up until 10x, back to wide. As you can see, these are the different adjustments because, like I said, you can do pro, you can shoot in JPEG, JPEG Max, RAW, RAW Max, and there's also still a flash on here. What's this? You can also put in the different filters and adjust those different filters as well. That's really cool. And then on to selfie stuff. So on video, we can do 4K 30 or 60 FPS. And yes, there is a wide, 1x, no more zooming. You have HDR, you have your ultra steady mode, but that switches to 1080p. And you can also toggle the depth of field so you can make the background blurrier or not blurrier. On the side, you have your live filters on video, and then you have more filters as well. Under photos, you can do wide, 1x, the same things, retouch, filters, even more filters. And then you have your portrait mode, wide, 1x, no more zooming, depth of field adjustments, no selfie on the Hasselblad high-res, and then we're back to more. Now, on to some sample shots. Our first look at the OPPO X9. Let me know what you guys think. Of course, this is just our camera tour and unboxing. If you want to see more on this phone, let me know. If you're curious about the OPPO X9 Pro that they launched alongside this phone, I'll also have it linked down below. That's it for today. If you want to see how I use my tech on a daily basis, find me online. That's isadoes_ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Till next time.